Hi everyone, this is Deb Kim and welcome to my channel. Please forgive my pawns. The sound is beautiful, but on videos it's really not helping. So today I want to share with you things I've learned over the years as I've had flower horns, and I think these points may help you take care of your flower horn. So please stay tuned. This is Boomer, my handsome baby flower horn. Although I think of them more as a water puppy, these fish are like having a puppy in a tank. Puppies love attention. Well, so do flower horns. It's very important to spend time with them to stimulate them. Puppies love to chase and play. Flower horns do too. Puppies love company and are aware of their surroundings. In providing this simple stimulation, it's best to place your flower horn's aquarium where the action is. Flower horns are like puppies in this aspect as well. Flower horns haven't been around that long, being first bred in the 1990s. They are a man-made fish, meaning you would never find them in the wild. They have been bred or hybridized using a host of other fish in their development. There are many different strains, each unique to its breeding. With these different strains also come different characteristics. They come in many different colors, their shapes vary, and even the size of their nuchal hump, or better known as their cock, vary as well. When I say cock, I am spelling it K-O-K. There are three different cocks found in flower horns, the first being the water cock, which is what Boomer has. Boomer is a super red dragon. Their cock is the largest of all flower horns. This is a very desirable trait which directly affects their price. The bigger the cock, the more expensive the flower horn will be. It's very interesting in its makeup, primarily made of a fatty tissue with a gel-like substance covering it. They at times look like there's a light on in there, almost translucent. It always reminds me of the saying, the light's on but no one's home. Although with these guys, there always is someone home. If you touch the cock, it feels slightly soft and mushy. Then we have the hard cock. These are almost unnoticeable. They are very small and hard, made up of a dense layer of fat that feels hard to the touch. This type of cock is not translucent like the water cock. Finally, there's the medium cock. Now this cock is a combination of the two previous cocks. They tend to feel soft, but if applied pressure, you will soon realize they are hard underneath. There is a gel-like layer over the dense fat layer. Being in the middle of the two variations, their appeal is in between as well, more desirable than the hard cock, but less than the water cock. These variations can be found in many varieties of flower horns. There are foods that are geared toward the growth, shape, and color of the flower horn's cock. I feed Okiko flowerhorn food. This is one that is specifically developed to enhance cock growth. Talking to the breeder, we discussed feeding. I asked about chicken hearts and that I've read that is an excellent addition to their food and other supplements like frozen and fresh treats. I was quite surprised that he said they don't feed anything like that. This breeder only feeds Okiko food. There are varieties within that label as well. He told me that everything they need is packed into that food and is a top quality food that will be all you need for your flower horn. He mentioned feeding other foods may introduce the flower horn to unknown additives that may not be good for your flower horn. The only other thing I've been feeding Boomer are fresh live worms that I raise myself. Boomer seems to be flourishing in this diet, and you know what they say, if it ain't broke. I have had 4 flower horns. Humphrey was my first, a red dragon. He was quite a bit older than I was told. It's hard to know exactly how old they are if you purchase an adult. From what I found out later, Humphrey was about 7 years old. He eventually couldn't swim and just sat on the bottom. It seemed to be a swim bladder problem from the look of things. First I noticed his cock was shrinking. It began by him not eating. Over a period of weeks he deteriorated and finally passed away. My next flower horn was Bogey. He was beautiful and young. He wasn't even full grown when he died. We were away on vacation. When we returned, he looked terrible. In the time we were gone, he had injured himself to the point where it got quite infected. It was too far gone, and medication wouldn't help anymore. Within days, he was gone. After that, I got a camphor red dragon cross. He did well and was beautiful, but I really wanted a super red dragon. They are by far my favorite. Well, my neighbor wanted him to go with his female, so we traded fish and he had a new home. Now I have another super red dragon. Boomer is gorgeous. I am going to do everything in my power to provide him with everything he needs to ensure a good, long life. Flower horns were first expected to live anywhere from 8 to 12 years. Although with the increase of inbreeding, the up-and-coming younger flower horns we see today may not be expected to live as long. Take heart, though, if you are purchasing from a reputable breeder, you should not have to worry about this. There are still many, many places to purchase flower horns that will live a good long life. Even though I have lost 2 and I had the joy of having a 3rd, with Boomer being my 4th, they are a species I think everyone should experience. Although because of their sensitivity, they are not recommended for new fish keepers. Their requirements and care can seriously impact their health if not kept up diligently. Not to mention the initial cost is high. There are so many more suitable fish for new fish keepers to choose from. One thing this hobby has taught me is it is a continuous learning experience. Even for the seasoned fish keepers out there, we will never, ever know it all. So until next time, this is Deb Kim signing out. I hope you're having a great day. Have a great long weekend coming up, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.